What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're hitting the NOS and rewinding all the way back to 2001 to where it all began. That's right, we're talking about the original, the classic, the film that launched $1 billion franchise, The Fast and the Furious. So buckle up, because we're about to take a deep dive into the high-octane world of street racing, undercover cops, and family. Our story kicks off with a series of daring high-speed truck heists. A crew of expert drivers in souped-up black Honda Civics are targeting trucks carrying expensive electronics, disappearing into the night like ghosts. The LAPD and the FBI are stumped, and the pressure is on to catch these guys before the truckers start taking matters into their own hands. This is where we meet our hero, or at least, our protagonist, Brian O'Connor. He's a young, ambitious LAPD officer sent deep undercover to infiltrate the Los Angeles street racing scene. His mission, find the crew responsible for the heists. To do this, he needs to earn the respect of the undisputed king of the streets, Dominic Toretto. Brian, rocking a pretty conspicuous green Mitsubishi Eclipse, rolls up to Toretto's Market in Delhi, a local spot owned by Dom's sister, Mia. He tries to get in with the crew by ordering a tuna sandwich, no crust, of course, and flirting a little with Mia. But Dom, a man of few words and immense presence, is initially impressed. He sees Brian as just another wannabe racer. Brian's chance to prove himself comes that night at a street race. He wagers the pink slip to his car, putting everything on the line to race against Dom. The race is intense, a blur of neon lights and roaring engines. Brian pushes his car to the limit, hitting the nitrous oxide boost. But who's das? S about to pull ahead. His engine malfunctions. Dom wins, and Brian loses his car. But just as Dom is about to claim his prize, the police show up, and the whole scene scatters. Brian, being a cop, knows the escape routes and helps Dom evade capture. This act earns him a tiny shred of respect from the stoic street king. After they ditch the cops, they accidentally stumble into the territory of a rival crew led by the ruthless Johnny Tran. Tran and his crew, riding powerful motorcycles, don't take kindly to Dom and Brian being on their turf. They shoot up Brian's now defunct Eclipse, leaving it a fiery wreck. This shared danger solidifies a fragile bond between Brian and Dom. Dom, feeling a little responsible and maybe seeing a bit of himself in Brian, tells him, "You know, I owe you a 10-second car." This is his way of saying, "You're in." Brian is now officially part of the inner circle. He starts working at Toretto's garage, a hub for the crew which includes Dom's loyal girlfriend, Letty, the hot-headed Vince, who instantly dislikes Brian, the quiet tech guy, Jesse, and the easygoing Leon. Brian's life becomes a whirlwind of fixing cars, learning the ways of the street, and getting closer to the Toretto family. He starts genuinely falling for Mia, and the lines between his duty as a cop and his newfound loyalty begin to blur. He sees a side of Dom that the police reports don't show. Dom isn't just a criminal, he's a patriarch. He lives by a code, and his crew isn't just a crew, it's his family. He preaches loyalty and honor above all else. We learn about Dom's past, how his father, a stock car racer, died in a fiery crash. This tragedy shaped Dom, instilling in him a fierce protectiveness over those he loves. Meanwhile, Brian's superiors are getting impatient. They want arrests. Brian starts investigating rival crews, focusing his attention on Johnny Tran, especially after discovering a warehouse full of electronics similar to those stolen in the heists. The FBI, led by Sergeant Tanner, is convinced Tran is their man and they authorize a raid. But the raid is a bust. The electronics are legit. It turns out Tran was just a red herring. This puts immense pressure on Brian. He's now convinced that Dom is the one behind the heists. But his feelings are complicated. He respects Dom. He cares for Mia. And he's starting to see this crew as his own family. The turning point comes during Race Wars, a massive, sanctioned racing event in the desert. It's the Super Bowl of street racing. Here, Jesse, the crew's tech genius, raises Johnny Tran for pink slips and loses his father's Volkswagen Jetta. Humiliated and scared, Jesse panics and flees instead of handing over the car. Tran, enraged, vows to find him. That same day, Brian spots Dom and his crew leaving the event abruptly. He realizes they're going for another heist. His cover is blown when Mia finds his police credentials. She's heartbroken, feeling betrayed by the man she was falling for. Brian knows he has to stop them. He confesses everything to Mia, explaining that the truckers are now armed and that Dom and his crew are driving into a death trap. He convinces her to help him find them using a cell phone tracker. They arrive just in time to see the heist go horribly wrong. The truck driver is armed with a shotgun and fights back. Vince gets tangled in the truck's wiring and is severely wounded. Letty's car flips, and the whole operation descends into chaos. In a moment of pure desperation, Brian risks everything. He calls for a medical helicopter, revealing his identity as a cop to the entire crew, but saving Vincey's life. Dom is silent, his face a mask of betrayal and fury. The family is shattered. Back at Dom's house, the crew is in turmoil. Dom is about to confront Brian when Johnny Tran and his cousin ride up on their motorcycles, guns blazing. In a tragic drive-by shooting, they kill Jesse, who had just returned to apologize. Dom and Brian, their personal conflict momentarily forgotten, jump into their cars, Dom in his father's legendary 1970 Dodge Charger and Brian in his new bright orange Toyota Supra. What follows is a visceral chase through the streets of LA as they hunt down Tran. They work together, a seamless team, and force Tran and his cousin off the road, bringing a brutal end to their rival. But the story isn't over. As the sirens wail in the distance, Brian and Dom face each other on an empty stretch of road. The tension is electric. Dom doesn't run. Instead, he challenges Brian to one last race, the one they've been talking about since the beginning. A quarter mile, they line up, side by side. The light turns green. It's the Charger versus the Supra. Raw American muscle against fine-tuned Japanese engineering. They are perfectly matched, flying down the street, neck and neck. Just as they cross a railroad track, a train comes barreling through. They both narrowly clear it. But Dom clips a truck and his Charger is sent flying, flipping through the air in a spectacular, brutal crash. Brian rushes to the wreckage. Dom is battered but alive. As the police sirens get closer, Brian is faced with a choice. He can arrest his friend, the man he was sent to capture, and be the hero cop he was supposed to be. Or he can follow his heart. He looks at Dom, then at the keys to his Supra. He makes his decision. "I owe you a 10-second car," Brian says, echoing Dom's earlier words. He hands down the keys. He chooses loyalty. He chooses family. Hey, let's Dom go. The final shot is of Brian walking away as Dom disappears over the horizon in the Supra. Brian has lost his career, but he has found something else. A code to live by. And as for Dom, he's a free man, driving off to an unknown future, setting the stage for one of the most successful and beloved movie franchises in history. And that, my friends, is where it all began. The themes of family, loyalty, and the blurred lines between right and wrong were all laid out in this incredible first film. It's more than just cars and explosions. It's about the bonds we forge. Thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite scene from the first movie in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Until next time, ride or die.